Five-star WrestleCast. I am Dave Gager. Here are my tag team partners, Travis, who's taking a drink at a very inopportune time, and Chris. How are you guys doing today?
I'm
Oh wait,
good. I'm all right. I'm all right. Ready to talk about an exciting Monday Night Raw. What
So
happened
we're
in
not talking about last night.
it?
So
What
we're
happened?
I, we were just talking about this off the air. Uh, it was a very boring Raw, straight away. But as I was doing a little research, because I will admit I fell asleep and had to go to bed early because I'm old now, and I missed the last couple matches. So I went back and reviewed. Uh, Someone pointed out, and I don't know if you guys noticed this because I didn't realize it until it was pointed out to me. There were no women's matches on Raw last night.
there were none. No.
There was not no Lyra Valkyria follow up. Nothing Liv Morgan. I was gonna say Liv Tyler, Liv Morgan. There
Yeah,
was
she was
nothing,
involved with the Dominic
but it
Danhausen
wasn't.
stuff.
It wasn't her match
No.
centric. She was a supporting character in that situation. That what happened with that Dominic nonsense.
There,
Um,
there was no women's matches, and it felt like did they give like all the top guys like the week off or something? It just felt
It
like
felt like that.
Felt like
yeah.
it. Like it felt like an afterthought. Like, oh, we have to put a roll on. Okay, who do we
Are they
got?
all still hanging out with their noses still firmly up the New York Knicks butt from Saturday, and
Oh
they
yeah, it
couldn't get
totally
away?
was.
They couldn't get
Uh,
away for Monday.
Oh,
I, I
that was so terrible.
I
And
don't get what this Raw was. Like as you said, like was it's the Raw after Saturday night's main event, so that you think there would be fallout, but there wasn't really fallout.
like
No,
even the Oba Femi stuff felt very like, here.
this was a night of recaps. It
Yeah.
was Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi, flashbacks, recaps, and an entire night of reliving the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns feud. And I was like, "Are you serious? This is the show tonight? This is the
I mean,
show?"
was it? Maybe it was Corey Graves. Was that who was on commentary last
Yeah,
night?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember. Pointed out that the Shield was 12 years ago, and there are probably fans who do not remember the Shield. Okay, fine. I'm willing to say the
Fair.
majority of the people watching remember the Shield, or at least have a serious knowledge of the Shield. You know,
And also, like, there are decades of wrestling fans who didn't live through Hulk Hogan,
yes,
and still know who the hell Hulk Hogan are.
for better or worse at
There's
this point. But yes,
there's 2 decades of people who don't have never seen Bret the Hitman Hart wrestle it like live,
the Montreal
but they
Screwjob,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
So
I could have
so
grandkids at this point. It's been
yeah.
so long since the Montreal Screwjob. Thank God.
Exactly. So
There,
just because I mean, it is a thing in radio and television and movies that where you always have to keep re-upping and telling
Yeah.
people what it is, but you also have to trust your fans to be out there looking for stuff as well.
this is the WWE always underestimating their fans. I look,
Mm-hmm.
the way I look at wrestling, uh, there's nobody that just walks into wrestling cold. It's almost always generational.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like there's a reason why when Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out, the place erupts no matter where the hell they're at.
that's
It's
true.
because everybody who's brought into wrestling is probably shown stuff from whenever the person they came there with when they grew up. Like if I had a kid, I'd be showing them stuff from 20, 30 years ago too. It's just I just they underestimate their fans. They act like nobody knows what the Shield was. It wasn't that long ago, guys. And plus, like I said, most people come in there with some sort of institutional knowledge of this stuff. So
But again, to play devil's advocate, the Odyssey came out this week in movie theaters. This may be the
what?
first.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
believe you, Chris. That we're still a few
That's
weeks
not
away
coming
from
out.
But
that.
that could
You're thinking of
be.
Troy. You're thinking of Troy. That was 2000.
Oh, I'll tell you. I watched Troy. My wife forced me to go see
I love Troy.
Troy. I hate Troy. I hate Troy with a passion. Troy is the worst movie in all of the Odyssey movies
Wow.
you'll ever see.
I
But
love.
anyway,
Did you watch the
Odyssey
director's
is
cut? You watched the director's cut?
Odyssey could be Christopher Nolan, the somebody's first Christopher Nolan movie. So you do have to go back and go. Oh, you haven't seen all the other Christopher Nolan movies. So I get the recaps. You know, some people do to get people up to speed on stuff.
I understand why WWE did it. It's just, but I also think that it didn't have to be an entire night of it.
No.
We don't need the entire night, every other segment involved with recapping or involved with one of the participants. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like it felt like they didn't know what else to do.
Especially since Seth Rollins has spent the last 3 weeks coming out to the ring to talk about it.
Yeah, and the other thing is that they do it and they're like, and there was this other guy too, and they always.
You know what? That's the problem WWE is dealing with right now, because you've got two major matches on SummerSlam where you only have half of each match showing up every week and doing. Seth can do the heavy lifting for that, and they've got, like I said, they're doing the recap, so the production team can handle that. Oba Femi cannot handle carrying this feud with Brock Lesnar by himself.
No.
Even with the Paul Heyman segment that was aired last night, he cannot carry this himself.
Well, I just want to read some messages that I sent Dave during Raw, which was, this is verbatim, poor JD, at least it will be a decent match. Or not.
Wait. No. You didn't do that right. You didn't do that right. You sent me at least this will be a good match. And then like 5 minutes later, or not.
Or not. Because he got squashed.
Once he got in the ring and saw what was going to happen, or not.
Yeah, I was like, at least because when I saw JD push the bag into Oba, I was like, oh, I actually like that little vignette. I like that everyone freaked out that he screwed up with Oba Femi. It's almost back in the day of like some of the, like, when you piss off a monster in wrestling and everyone knows it. And then JD, who can do an amazing match, went out and then got squashed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you knew he was going to get squashed.
But not that bad. I mean, he did a Saturday night's main event match 2 nights before, and then he gets fed to the beast.
They need to stop feeding people that seem to have some cachet with them to this guy. There's plenty of, low-level guys that they can feed to him, and then let him do his promo about how much he hates Brock Lesnar and what he was going to do to Brock in Hell in the Cell, which is unnecessary because the feud doesn't require.
Yeah, we know it. Yeah.
This was an entire night of, I think, poor decisions all around. This is I amend my statement from earlier. This wasn't a mediocre show. This was a bad show. When the highlight is the Alpha Academy coming out there to rescue Javon Evans and Dragon Lee from the Vision.
What a weird again, burying people who deserve not to be buried.
Random. It's like, and they're not going to get the Vision over with this just because they have Maxine Dupree now. It doesn't make Austin Theory any more exciting in the ring. It doesn't do anything. And it makes, at least they made Braun Breaker look badass last night. But it's in service of something that stinks.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really help. It doesn't help.
I would like once again to remind everyone we were this close from being done with the Vision. We were so close from being done with the Vision.
Are they waiting for Bronson Reed to come back before they break?
Yes, they have to be, because that, or they're doing something with Logan Paul. Remember this weekend during Fanatics Fest, we had a situation where Tom Brady slapped Logan Paul, and a friend of mine texted me. It's like, please tell me we're not getting this at SummerSlam. I'm like, maybe.
We wait.
Well, I was just going to say it would have to be SummerSlam because Survivor Series and Royal Rumble fall right into football season. He's unavailable for that.
Yeah.
He does commentary, right? Yeah.
And WrestleMania, I mean, they could pull it all the way to WrestleMania, which is always a possibility. But, I mean, that means Gronk's coming back, which I don't need more Gronk in my life.
Well, maybe it'll bring back Mojo Rawley, and then things will be okay.
No.
Can we talk about something that's confusing me?
What's else on my list here?
Well, there's not much else to talk about on here, so sure. What else? What you got?
Solo Sikoa. What the fuck is he?
I don't think the WWE knows
the same thing.
I don't think the WWE knows what they're doing with Solo Sikoa either. There's a part of me that thinks he's going to turn on his team on this.
Well, yeah. I mean, definitely.
The Bloodline.
I mean, 1,000%. And we can all see the rat in, in the team of the trio. But that's like, it is like one of the worst. It's like Temu, like trio versus the Bloodline. Like I get it. I like Royce Keys. I like LA Knight. Solo's there. It's but why are they together? Because they hate the blood. Okay, cool. Why do we care about this? And why was this a third of the goddamn show?
And does Royce Keys hate the Bloodline? I thought he was still buddies with Jacob Fatu.
No, Jacob beat his ass like a week
betrayed
ago.
him.
Oh, I missed that one. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well,
just forgot about it.
Their business, and Jacob finally kept warning him to stop.
Oh, it was a SmackDown thing, wasn't
it? Royce wouldn't stop, and so Jacob beat his ass as he should. He told him to stop getting in our business.
And then we finally got to see.
I don't sympathize with Royce Keys at all here. He was in there.
We told you once, we told you 1,000 times, Royce.
How many times I had to tell you, please stay out of our family business?
It hurts me more than hurts you, Royce.
He kept insisting, I'm your real family. Well, no, you're not. I mean,
no, you're not.
You're not actually.
You look nothing like them.
You are an MFT.
Maybe you pass for Rocky Johnson's cousin or never great nephew or something, but you ain't part of that bloodline, Buster.
No, you're not.
The whole bloodline thing from last night wasn't good. LA Knight wasn't great on the mic either.
No,
he seemed like he didn't know what he was supposed to say. He messed up a few lines and just didn't. I mean, in the ring, the match was okay with Good Fight 2 was actually all right until they fucked up the ending. They overbooked the ending, of course. Because
they had to bring back Jey, who is dealing with a divorce, which is why he hasn't been around for the last couple of weeks.
Jimmy's had to carry the Uso load, I guess.
Okay, hang on a second. Travis and I have been through a divorce. Maybe not as extensive as what Jay's going through, because there's some money involved. Thankfully, you haven't, Chris, and hopefully you never will. Fingers crossed for you, my brother. You can take one day off a friggin' week and go to work and not deal with a divorce.
Actually, you'd probably welcome it. So
1,000%.
100%. Oh my God, going to work was my oasis during that time period in my life. You can take a day, man.
Please.
Yeah, right. You roll in. You're with your in his case, actual family, but you're with your coworkers who are coworkers who can be as close as family. You can take a day, man. You can take a day and show up for 8 hours. You can do 1 8-hour day a week.
Yeah.
Your divorce, which is probably being handled by a very high-priced lawyer anyway.
Yeah.
If your excuse for not coming to work 1 day a week is a divorce, dude, come on.
They may have allowed him to take some time off. I mean, I do believe they have kids. I don't know how old Jay's kids are. I think they're like teenagers. So like maybe 2 days is worth it,
Does Naomi have a twin sister he can get with or something?
Wow. Like that escalated. Well, Mia Yim is available now.
Mia Yim is available now. You're right.
Mia Yim is available.
You're going from one large black man to a Samoan. Nice.
I keep trying to make her make a move, but on her social media, all her comments are always blocked. She doesn't allow people to comment.
Yeah, because there's a lot of creepier people than you, Travis.
No, right.
Just telling you.
Speaking of something that we were actually just talking about on our last get together, Dominic Mysterio got fed to Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
On Monday. It's like, can we stop with this?
Well, no, the worst part of it is you're bearing the lead. This has led to Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio at SummerSlam.
And I think we have a pretty good idea who might win that.
Yeah.
Once again, we talked about it Saturday night, how far he has fallen.
And it's a shame to talk about that and then to watch him on AAA where he's supposed to be treated with as credible.
Respect.
Yeah, with respect. And you're like, I can't really. It's kind of hard.
Is this the worst he's been booked since his debut?
No, there was a time when after they won the tag team championships and then they lost him and they were going to take him down to NXT, that was like the worst time he was booked because they had no idea. But that was also during the Thunderdome pandemic age. Oh. So, it was shit anyway.
Yeah. That was a rough time
Penta
for
and
everybody.
Chad Gable defeated Ethan Page and Rusev. Rusev again couldn't get somebody to tap out to the
Nope.
accolade to the
And he
accolade.
he tapped.
This is
He
They
tapped.
switched up and yeah,
the
and the
worst few days
weird
for a finisher ever.
yeah.
I mean,
No,
somewhere the
no one
Iron
will
Sheik is
tap to that.
laughing.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik is like, get a pointy boot first. Kick him in the gut with a pointed boot. Then you know that's how you set it up.
It's so bad. It's like, what is happening? What is happening on this show? I
Who
can't.
booked that? Who booked this Raw? That's the question. Like, was Triple H not there? I mean, was
Did they give it all to Abyss to do? Like, did he do everything? I mean, I don't know
Well,
what's happening here.
you've brought it up in the past, Travis. I wonder if this was how much AI was involved in this booking in this
No,
Mm,
writing last night.
yeah, this could have been AI booking. They made it
Because
seem like the diminished roster, and we're like, you know what? Let's just wing this one. Let's see what happens. That's kind of what it felt like.
I mean, it was oof.
did all of the roster go to Taco Bell? Is that what happened? Do all of them
They all
have the
got
cyclospora?
they all got poop lettuce,
They got
and they're
explosive
all.
diarrhea.
Explosive diarrhea. I
Oh,
mean, that's the
which
one place you don't want to be when you have that is in the ring.
right now. And let's be thankful Vince is not currently involved with the product because you know at least one person would be dealing with that on the show.
And her name is Natty Neidhart.
Natalia. Her name is Natalia. Actually, they would have brought Bailey back just for that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you're right. We didn't see Lyra Valkyria. I think we had like a vignette or something, or at least
He challenged Sol Ruka.
yeah,
Sol Ruka was doing an interview, and Lyra came out there and said, and she talked about how happy she was because she got rid of Bailey. It really does seem like Bailey's gone. And then she's going to challenge her for the women's title, for
yay,
intercontinental title to get her intercontinental title back.
yay.
I'm afraid she might win that just because Sol Ruka hasn't really. Here's the problem. We talked about how there's no women's matches on tonight's show. There's really not a very big women's roster on Raw,
Not right
especially
now.
with Stephanie Becker gone. It just feels like they're very, very thin.
Yeah.
It's very top heavy over on SmackDown, especially like Nikki and Brie and Paige were technically like floaters, but maybe Raw. Where they should have been on Raw last night doing something.
They like need to send like a Nia Jax or somebody over to Raw or somebody.
Yeah, and a Lash Legend. Send them both over.
Yeah, they need to do something because Raw needs to be padded out its roster like really bad right now. It's really, really weak. So you don't
I mean,
have matches for these people.
yeah, I mean, where's Becky Lynch been for the last
Yeah.
3 weeks or something?
I think they're trying to figure out what to do with her, and she's not Intercontinental Champion anymore. What? I mean, do you move her back into? You need to move her back to the world title race. But I mean, but even
But
so, so
but
no.
even the Judgment Day, will they, won't they situation kind of fizzled out. I mean, you had three people who deserve the freaking belt in the Judgment Day.
Yeah, they should probably have split by now so they could be.
Yeah, and even Io
Face each
Sky
other.
isn't wrestling.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Judgment
really.
Day is another one whose time is coming past. I mean, I dig that it's more women centric because we don't have a lot of women factions outside of Fatal Influence, but the time has come. Take Old Yeller out back,
Oh,
put him
Judgment
down.
Day? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see what the
I'm
purpose
afraid of.
is.
I don't want them to break up some of those relationships. Like I don't want Liv and Dom to break up, although they have not emphasized that relationship at all,
At all.
at
Nope,
all.
nope.
So maybe it wouldn't even matter if they did break
I
up.
feel it's like a weird polycule at this point, and like Liv is just screwing everyone, but maybe JD more. I mean, at this point, JD seems to be the leader of the Judgment Day. The way that he's speaking on the mic and like all that stuff. I mean, he seems to be the one who's in charge.
Dominic is so passive all of a sudden, just like he's just not doing anything.
They're devaluing him so much. It makes me wonder if next year we're going to see a huge run for him.
Yeah,
Mm, like a
Because
punishment.
yeah,
I think he's due to win like the Money in the Bank or something. But then again, I thought he was going to win it this year. So what do I know?
Well, it's like WWE Unreal came out this week, and we found
hey,
out that Braun Breaker was going to theoretically was one of the contenders to win the Royal Rumble, and they didn't want to push him too fast, and that's why he didn't win the Royal Rumble,
When
and
did
then he
WWE get so
injured himself.
scared to do things like this? Like I don't remember them ever being like this, where
Yeah,
they're
never.
so timid to push somebody, especially like they should have like we've all said they should have pushed Oba Femi like immediately after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, you got bogged down in a never-ending Brock Lesnar feud, and then you got Braun Breaker who's been bogged down in a never-ending Seth Rollins feud, and it's like elevate these guys right now. Like these are the moment when they're hot. Do it now. You're gonna wait until people have cooled on them. It's like well, too
When
late in
all
Braun Breaker's case.
when all is said and done, do you think this Brock Lesnar feud hurts or is going to help Oba Femi after he wins in 2 weeks at the Hell in the
Hmm.
Cell, the
I
unnecessary Hell
think
in the
it's
Cell?
I think it's 0-0. I don't think it helps them or
Yeah,
hurts.
I think it
Zero sum.
negates.
Yeah.
Same with Travis.
If they had
So
stopped after one match, 5-minute defeat of Brock Lesnar, he retires, that helps him.
And
But
then
then
immediately goes to the championship. That helps him. But you're
but
right.
helps.
Then he loses in Saudi Arabia like a bitch. Um,
and then
and
makes a moronic decision to give up his title shot to just so he can have one more match with Brock Lesnar. That is the most boneheaded thing I've ever heard in pro wrestling. It is so stupid. I just
he
don't.
said he could have a title shot at any time.
But
I
no, he
mean,
can't. But no, he
no.
can't. He can't though. He can't have it anytime. He can't.
I, in retrospect, man, him challenging Roman Reigns the night after WrestleMania or the Monday
Yeah.
Raw after WrestleMania would have been the perfect way to go with him. The
Yeah.
And the
perfect way to
crowd
go.
would have killed it
Would have
for
gone
Exactly.
crazy, 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 crazy.
Absolutely.
Ah, what a shit show, man. This is like I can't. There's really nothing else to talk about. I
I
mean,
did have one other note. Yeah, we got to Logan Paul. So I just saw a rumor, I guess,
uh,
that Sheamus's contract is good until October 1st.
yeah.
okay.
So we won't be seeing him at All In, which fine. You know, odds are we're going to see New Day. We'll probably see. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Motor City Machine Guns if they're available at the
I,
next
I
pay
kind
per
of
view.
know.
Retribution.
They're already good to go. We may see them Wednesday. I
They've been
mean,
posting little videos together, kind of teasing all the places they've been getting contract offers from. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and they did a planking like Johnny Gargano, and I felt so bad for Johnny Gargano because you're being made fun of.
I can't. I can't with the Johnny Gargano thing. It is
If
just a nightmare to look at him doing that shit every week. This has been how many months has he been doing that? By the way, this has got to be like 4 or 5 months.
When did Tommaso leave? Because it happened right after Tommaso left. So that's been 4 months.
yeah, I mean, if I'm Johnny Gargano and I'm seeing the way Tommaso Ciampa is being treated in AEW, I've got to be hostile.
What was the
Hostile.
what was the point of him coming? Remember, he went down to NXT and had that one match, and he
Yes,
wrestled like himself. That was in the middle of this,
Yeah,
and then he just went back to doing it again.
yeah.
he got depressed again, like we all do.
Like that glimmer of hope, like oh, he's gonna be Johnny Wrestling again. Fine, great.
Yeah.
And then he just went back to doing the same shit on SmackDown. It's like, what is this? What is happening? It's so goddamn sad. It's so sad.
It, it
January
really is.
28th. January 28th was when Tommaso Ciampa showed up. So we are looking at almost 6 months, at least 6 months of this nonsense with Johnny
Wow.
Gargano. That's insane.
I hope he and Chad would talk on the phone. So Chad
Yeah.
could be like, "What are you doing over there? What are you doing?
I mean, I
And
guess at this
then
point, it's like he's
Come,
getting paid.
come to AEW and help me finish off Jericho."
and then like tomorrow is Dynamite, and Dynamite. I think the behind you, Kevin Knight. It's Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship.
Can
Which
we
is
talk some AEW for a minute? Because
yeah,
I got
course
this
we can.
background on.
Of
I
course.
got Kevin Knight versus AR Fox from Collision, which was
That was nuts.
incredible.
Yeah, it was.
Incredible. The
Collision was
first
really
two
good.
matches on Collision were fire.
Yeah.
The Nick Wayne,
Jack Perry.
Jungle Jack Perry
yeah.
match
They
was
killed
really good.
themselves.
Really good. And I don't praise Jack Perry that much, but that was a great match. Collision was hot on Saturday. And I was like, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling Kevin Knight right now. I don't think he's going to win the title, but I think he's going to win it by the end of the year, maybe.
I think he's a proto Swerve at this point. I think he's like right on the cusp of being the villain for AEW when MJF is not around. I mean, he's carrying himself and holding his all against people that have been in there for 20, 30 years, it feels like. It's
Yeah.
it's impressive.
I like how he kind of feels like the de facto leader of the Gonzalez family now.
Yeah,
Like
he does.
supplanted it from Kyle Fletcher and Okada. He just like took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, Okada is what's happening with Okada at this point? Okada is like the third or fourth fiddle of the Don Callis
Isn't
family.
that wild? Isn't that wild?
I mean,
Okada is
as
like
as far as Kevin Knight winning the championship, the world championship, I don't see it because there's way too many people in front of him. Kyle Fletcher, for one, needs to get in on that. I could see Swerve getting back into that picture. MJF is always going to be circling that one. Um, I think within 2 years, Kevin Knight could get there.
Mm.
Um,
Now,
it,
I
it,
think a year. I think by all in of next year, we have Kevin Knight as a champion.
I'm afraid if they wait that long, they'll have missed their window. But like they missed their window with Darby multiple times till they finally
Yeah.
gave it to him. I'm afraid they're going to do something like that. I don't want that to happen. I want them to. Like I said, I don't think he'll win it like this in a week against Kenny Omega. Like I don't think that's going to happen. But
Oh no.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did manage to win it later in the year. But the interesting thing is, I don't know how this whole Don Callis thing is going to shake out because him and Kyle Fletcher are clearly jockeying for the top spot. They
Yeah.
want the same thing. Okada wants his belt back from Fletcher. You got all this is the thing when you have all the A-list heels in the same stable. They all want the same thing. This has to blow up somehow. I feel like Okada might be the one who turns face eventually and kind of breaks out of there.
Well,
But
how long has he been a heel? Ever since he came to AEW like 4 years ago
he
or
was
three
kind of
years
a
ago.
heel at the end of at the New Japan too.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. But I don't see Kyle Fletcher turning face and breaking away from the group.
And then of course there's
And
who's
then there's
going around.
Andrade. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Andrade, who's probably going to win the AEW national title
Yeah.
from
yeah, he'll
Mark
get going.
Davis. So that should be a good match too. I'm really
I
liking
really like Andrade, but I hate the how you know crap. Oh god, the grinds. That grinds on me so bad. That grinds
You
on
know
me.
what? I hope I love how you know. I like it.
I
I
just want
like
to
how
just pop him when he says that. Just get
it.
Zelina
how
Vega in
you
here to
know.
talk for you.
I find it kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
If he didn't have that accent and that machismo, it wouldn't have worked. But
Yeah, I
since he's like
agree.
an Antonio Banderas, like stand-alike,
Yeah, I agree with you. It's the way he says it and the way he looks when he says it is kind of funny.
yeah.
True. But it's I don't know. It just grinds on me.
And I think the national championship should get off of Jake Davis so we can have
Oh
Davis
yeah.
and Doyle again. I think that putting those two back as a tag team, because remember, Doyle, they were just about to hit a gear shift, and then Doyle injured his arm.
It seems like
Yeah.
they're trying to recreate that with Brian Cage, but it's not quite the same.
No, because Brian Cage is so weirdly steroided up that we just want to look at him and go, ew, instead of watch him wrestle.
I think the
The
bigger problem
the
is that Brian Cage has had years of being jobbed out on AEW. So no matter
and he
how
just
massive he looks,
yeah,
you
he
don't really buy into him doing anything.
he just lost to Darby Allin.
Right,
Yeah.
He just took
right.
the and to Chris's point, Mark Davis and Jake Doyle, they have that old school body type that kind of harkens back to like the old NWA days,
Yep.
like the bruiser type guys. Like, yeah, get the title.
It's
And
Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard all over again. It's the Brainbusters.
I would go Arn and Ollie, not Ollie.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Ole, duh. Yeah, Arn and Ole. That level of it.
Or Ole and Gene. Hey, where did I go? Why did
Yeah,
I
you
disappear?
gone.
I've been having technical issues
And you're back.
with Zoom for a while. I had an interview with Gregg Araki like right before we
Oh,
did this, and it was just a technical nightmare. So I'm kind of in
well,
a mood.
I don't know if
I
you
was
guys
like, I've
can,
been waiting 30 years to interview Gregg Araki, like
right?
since like the Teenage Apocalypse trilogy, like back in the 90s. And it's like
Yes.
I finally get it, and it's like, oh, your Zoom's gonna mess up for the first time ever in your life, like right now. So that's a piece of shit.
Well, that again, Teenage Apocalypse. That he just affects all technology. That's maybe his problem.
Maybe. You ever see those movies, the Teenage Apocalypse movies, Chris?
No, I have to.
Like
So
well, Nowhere is my favorite, but like the Doom Generation and
hang
was
on.
it The Living End and those stuff like that.
Okay,
Queer,
here we go.
at its
Can you
best.
tell?
There you go.
Okay.
Doom Generation. That's it.
Doom Generation,
That's
baby.
my shit.
I
Yeah.
So,
have to
yeah.
watch these. These seem like great movies.
Well,
If you guys are recommending them, they're good movies.
Doom Generation.
You're
Can't go wrong.
talking. We talked a little bit as like wild, wild west of like queer cinema back then. It's like because
Mm.
people you just didn't know like queer cinema was like in its infancy really like back then. It was like he was Gregg Araki was just doing shit, doing
I remember
crazy shit.
watching Doom Generation and go, whoa.
Yeah,
I can't
his
believe I saw that on like a mainstream movie.
yeah his new movie, I Want Your Sex, comes out next week. It's really good.
Oh, that's him? I just saw like a commercial for it real
Yeah.
briefly. A
Yeah,
trailer
I
for it
saw
the
it
other
at
day.
Sundance. It's really funny.
Nice.
His style is changed a lot in 30 years, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's really good. So
Well, before we get out of here, do you want to talk about New Japan's G1 Climax and how that's going? Or are you watching? It seems like
I'm
they're beating the hell out of each other.
they are. I did watch some of it today. I still got the main event. I haven't had a chance to watch yet, but it's been really good so far. I've been enjoying it. I'm really impressed by Ryohei Oyewa. It's really looking good out there. I think they might try to put him in the finals.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
think so. They're really emphasizing that particular generation. Like Yoda Suji and all those guys.
You know, Ice won me over with his Takeshita match. I was like, oh, it's like these guys don't like each other and beat the shit out of each other. It was great.
Yeah, he got his ass knocked out again. He's been knocked out 2 straight matches, like knocked flat out, like not pinned, but like knocked out. Like two.
Beware, if this was WWE, he would be talking to Moppy next week.
I know, right? No, this been the G1 has been pretty good so far. I love this time of year. I love the fact that I'm home and I can actually watch it. Because normally I'm at Comic Con like right about now, and
right.
I like miss 4 days, and it's like impossible to catch up. It's like God damn it. So far I'm able to watch all of it, which is great. But yeah, the G1 the G1 is amazing every single time this year. So I love it.
And
What?
then like Stardom has their new one. I sent you all the
Yeah.
video of their
I
their
wish that is
intro.
that available to watch. Like I
I
could
don't
watch.
know.
Like they have the thing where they show like the first couple matches.
Yeah,
I think, but that's like all they show, and then I think they might show bits and pieces as the other
I
match.
think it's only in Japan you can watch the full tournament,
Yeah,
which
that
is
that sucks. I wish they had some English commentary and I could watch the whole thing, so I would pay for it. So
even without English commentary. I was talking to I was watching the World Cup in Spanish,
yeah,
and I was like, and someone asked, "Does that bother you?" I'm like, I watch wrestling in Japanese. It doesn't matter to me.
I know, right?
It's one of those things where it's like I have watched hours upon hours of Japanese wrestling. I have no idea what the fuck they're saying. I can totally follow it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Do we want to talk about AAA before we go?
yeah, sure.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're done. All right, good.
Okay.
Cool.
No, okay. Well,
Listen, it's gonna be better than this week's Raw for
It's
damn
definitely
straight.
better than this
well,
week's Raw
I
trash.
think we have to
Okay.
praise Jeremy Borash and Mark Callis, aka Calloway, aka the Undertaker.
Dean Mark Ellis.
Specifically, Jeremy Borash. I think Jeremy Borash is one of the most unsung people in professional wrestling.
He kept
When
TNA afloat a long time.
when TNA was good, he had his hooks in a lot of things in the backstage area. When NXT was coming off of 2.0 and like resetting itself, he had a lot of things in that era that reset NXT out of the 2.0 into actually like into until it sucked again. And now he's doing it with AAA.
You know what I just saw before we get out of here? Josh Bishop is getting a WWE tryout.
Why?
Who's Josh Bishop?
He's the guy who replaced Bishop Dyer or Baron Corbin in the skyscrapers with
Oh,
Donovan Dijak. So he just left, and now his partner he just got is getting a WWE tryout, and he might be leaving. He might
Well, I
leave.
don't know if you watched MLW because he Bishop they aired Bishop Dyer's last match, so they Bishop leaves, then they bring in Josh Bishop, and then Bishop Dyer comes back for one more match with the trio of them, and then he's gone again. It's so weird. I don't understand. They aired his match after he came back to Raw.
Yeah, so weird. It feels like that feels like old territory stuff when like
Yeah.
people like lose titles like on the road, but then the TV is like on and they got the title, and then and it's like everything's all weird.
Yeah, it wasn't even. I mean, that doesn't even. Well, I guess his territory does. It's back in like the old NWA Saturday morning because you'd be watching it and everyone would have the U.S. title, but
Right.
he just lost it.
He just lost it at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Like I just read in the magazine that he lost the title. Why does he have the belt right now? It's like
exactly. How far away long ago did they take these matches?
I remember the old UWF matches used to be like that a lot, like UWF shows. Like,
you remember the butts in the seat, the thing that destroyed WCW, the moment that changed wrestling in itself was when Mankind won on a tape delay a week earlier, and then WCW spoiled it for everyone, and I was one of those people who went, "Oh wait, Mankind's winning."
That was the height of Eric Bischoff arrogance.
Yes.
He came on the air and was laughing about they put the belt on Mankind. Ha 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 ha! Nobody will watch that guy. And everyone
and
because we all love Mick Foley. Period.
Yeah. And that was the thing. I was one of those people who went, "Oh shit!" and immediately, like that was the moment. Was not watching WCW Nitro anymore. I didn't care. I wanted to see. I was actually happy because I was probably going to watch the main event, which was going to be some bullshit Hulk Hogan thing, So,
yeah, I couldn't even tell you what the main event of that Nitro
was. No, I don't know what it was.
But I can tell you, I watched Mick Foley win the world title.
Oh, multiple times, and I watched that last week. Mm-hmm. I think it's like the anniversary of that or close to that at this point, and so it's every year. Like I liked watching it because that was the moment that changed wrestling. Was one person's, as you said, Travis, hubris of Eric Bischoff to make him go, "They'll put butts in the seat," and it did.
I know. So, man, that's why when he talks now, I don't even listen to his ass hardly. I'm like, pfft.
I kind of like him though because I think I like that he is a villain. Like I remember reading his Controversy Creates Cash book, and it really was like after reading it, I was like, he really is a dick, but he knows he's a dick. So does that make him a dick?
Yes.
Just because you're a self-aware dick doesn't make you any less of a dick. You're still a dick.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's like one of the biggest dicks in the world. And
I like that he's had as many, if not more, failures than successes.
Much more.
And his current he's still involved with whatever that wrestling thing is.
That Greco style wrestling one, that amateur wrestling thing that failed
Hogan. That thing he was doing with Hogan before he died, right?
Real American Wrestling or whatever.
That's it. Real American Wrestling.
Real American Wrestling. How has that shit not been on the White House lawn yet?
Give it time. Well, because Hogan's dead. I guarantee you. If Hogan was still breathing, it's on the White House lawn.
For sure.
If Hogan was still breathing, he would have been at the UFC ripping off his shirt off for a MAGA shirt. Going, brother!
He'd be the head of fitness, not Triple H, probably.
By the way, I did. People thought it was funny with the TNA thing. The TNA thing aired last week, and it ended with, we asked Hulk Hogan for an interview, but he declined, and everyone's like, "He's dead." And I was like,
dead.
It was filmed beforehand, guys.
Dead.
We asked him. We got a Ouija board out and went, "Hey, brother, would you like to do it?" And he goes, "Not for me, brother. Not for me."
They didn't want to.
I just want to know.
They didn't want to talk to Brooke Hogan. She was a key part of TNA for
a minute. That's true. She was. Remember, her and Bully were going to get married or something.
I will die on this. I still like Aces and Eights. It failed horribly. It just fizzled out to bullshit, especially when Bischoff's son got involved. But
Jared Bischoff.
Jared, yes.
I forgot about Jared Bischoff.
He was there.
Yes, he was. But you're right. Aces and Eights were, in the very beginning, they were interesting and they were good. It was when they, much like the NWO, and Eric Bischoff couldn't not do it, when they started expanding in the jobbers. They brought in
they never should have
West
revealed. They never
West
should have revealed.
Briscoe was like one of them or some shit.
They never should have revealed who was in the group because
No,
that
they
was what
shouldn't have.
started to suck. It was like, oh, it's like the guys. They look like they were such badasses. It's like Gene Snitsky.
Oh, no. It's
Mike
just
Knox.
Festus.
It's like Mike Knox, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is not paying
Yeah.
off the way.
It was Mike Knox and Doc Gallows. Those were the two ones who were wrestling the most. And then it's like, oh, and that was right after the Festus stuff. So that was right after so he was still in people's mind, Festus.
If you come out there and one of the members of your team is Wes Briscoe, then things are not working out.
Exactly.
Wes Briscoe and his weird leg tattoo of an Indian head. It was so bad.
That was Eric Bischoff, just his hubris. He started, much like they did with NWO, started throwing people in there. Like, I'm shocked Disco Inferno wasn't a member of Aces and Eights.
You know what's funny? I'll bet you the Undertaker was like watching the Aces and Eights with like jealousy from like over in like WWE. Like,
that's what the Broken Skull crew was, or that was.
Yeah, that was like such a Mark Calloway sort of like group. Like he was probably watching this shit like, damn man, if I could go over to TNA right now and lead Aces and Eights, sure, gonna get over there or something. I bet he was loving that.
Before we go, I also I talked about Doc Gallows being part of Aces and Eights. Did you see that Doc Gallows' son, who I think is 19, and AJ Styles' son have teamed up to be the Sons of Bullet Club?
Yeah,
I like that.
I like it.
I like Sons of the Gun. I like that better. I think that would be good.
Are they going to join the AEW and join the Bang Bang gang?
Yeah, or Sons of the Club. I like that. I think that works better as well. You don't have to say Bullet Club. You can just say Sons of the Club. We all know. I mean, it was like the original club stuff.
The club in WWE. That shit sucked, by the way.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
But those kids have potential, and you know, it's funny to hear Doc Gallows sound like an old man. He is like, I told my kid to get a passport and he just wouldn't. And I'm just like, Doc, you're not that old.
Yeah. How old are he and Kyle Anderson at this point? Carl Anderson.
48 or 50, I think.
Yeah. Carl Anderson still wrestling pretty hard over there in MLW. So
yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them. They're boring as balls in WWE, but you know, whatever.
Well, here's to a horrible 3 days of wrestling, and hopefully Dynamite will be better and SmackDown and the world is. But right now, it sucks, folks.
Hopefully
AEW's been on a roll tonight.
Maybe NXT will be fun tonight.
No.
I've got to watch that Dragon show from Game of Thrones.
I haven't started this season yet. I'm so far behind. Me and my fiance were just talking about all the shows that we're so far behind in. I haven't started Big Brother yet. I haven't started a whole bunch of shit.
I'm just watching I'm just watching Taskmaster on YouTube, which if you haven't seen that British show, it's one of the funniest shows you'll ever see.
I'm catching up on X-Men 97 season 2.
Oh, that's great too.
That's
really good.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, we're veering away from wrestling because that's how bad that's how bad the wrestling was.
Like a quarter of the show has been about anything but wrestling tonight.
We're talking about anything other than like Seth Rollins and shit because it's just too much. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the 5-Star WrestleCast. I'm Travis. That is Chris. That is Dave. You can find us on Facebook and you can find us on YouTube where you can watch us and you can listen to us on anywhere that you get your podcasts. We thank you to everybody who has been subscribing and checking out the show. We greatly appreciate it. We'll be back maybe later this week or early next week. If WWE continues to be this bad, we might just quit. We might just retire. So who knows? But
we'll start doing the show on Thursdays and recapping Dynamite.
Maybe we ought to start just paying attention to AEW for a while. And
I think we should. I mean, we'll have better shows.
You like SummerSlam and sell for $5. What was it? $25 for tickets now at SummerSlam?
I know. I wish I was closer to Minnesota. I'd want to go, but
I mean, yeah.
Then again, SummerSlam ain't really exciting me anyway. So
no. Yes, because clearly you want to go to Minnesota, Travis. Clearly you want cheese curds and sadness. That is Minnesota.
I like Minnesota a lot, but
it's great now. But in about 4 months, it's hell.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go to Minnesota. That's Tom Homan territory. I'm not going to go there. Anyway, that's for anybody into politics. All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll see you later. Bye.